Hello, hello, everybody. How is everybody doing? Hey, I apologize if I had told you yesterday and you were waiting for me since 4 o'clock. I got stuck in traffic and it got me running a little late. So for those of you that knew that I was coming on yesterday from some readings, I apologize. I apologize for being late, but I'm here now. Some of you guys probably didn't even know, and there's nobody here yet, but maybe somebody will show up. But I had told, I think 3 of the signs yesterday that I would come on and do a live collective. And so hopefully some of you guys come on. I'm a little disheveled, but we are here, and the energies I'm going to get changed here. So hopefully everybody's had a good week. And I just decided yesterday that I just felt like I needed to do a collective energy for the weekend because there has been so many things going on, not only in my life, but in the energies and the vibrations of everybody. So hopefully this will give you some good vibes for the weekend. And while you're here, if you are watching, there's been some changes. You'll see now when you look at your signs, I'm going to give you the little hoedown kind of thing on it. For those of you who are brand new, you're like, I don't know what she's talking about. Just bear with me for a minute. And I appreciate you checking in, although you might want to know this information for future if you watch my channels as well. So don't log off quite yet. So for the new information is, if you look down below, I'm time stamping from now on, and I will have always a little bit of new news at first. I'll timestamp that in case you want to shuffle over that, but you might not want to because there's going to be lots of changes coming up, good changes. And also, too, if there's new videos I've just put out or that kind of thing for spiritual growth, you'll timestamp for the actual reading, you'll timestamp for the recap, and then, yes, there's going to be question and answers because I am doing all my readings live. So you will get the actual live action glitches like yesterday. Pisces ended up with a power surge and power shortage, so they couldn't ask questions. So they get the benefit of another reading today. So I'm going to do that for them for next week. It's only fair that if somebody was there and wanted to ask questions, I felt really, really bad. And that was my first time actually having that big of a power outage. So I will be time stamping. And the other news is that, yes, my readings are going to be live. Yes, you can ask questions. Now, here's the thing with the questions. Because you know I'm an empath and everything is intuitively divine, directed, not by me. I'm just the conduit and the messenger. The cards just help me get the messages through because there's so many ways that they can communicate. But two, if you're going to ask a question, I'll ask you to hold it off until the mid or later of the reading, because if I start getting a calling or a group of people now, then actually I won't be able to see your question. I want to make sure that I see all of them. So maybe I'll try to give a warning that maybe it's a good time to do that if you have a question. If you have a question after seeing this or watching it on the record phase, go ahead and comment me and I will be happy to get into the energies and see what your answer is for that. So you can ask questions. I just ask that you hold off. I'm going to see if that card comes up again. If it is supposed to come up again, please let it come up, please. So hold off your questions till the end. But yes, and somebody asked me already, can I ask questions if it's not my sign? Yes, of course you can. I prefer that you watch your sign and do that and ask questions in your sign and your time frame, but you can ask questions anytime. So, because sometimes we have things laying on our heart that you really want to get an answer to it. So yes, so there's that. The other thing is that new on the channel, and for those of you that are returning or brand new, it looks low as far as the subscribers because I moved my channel. So I sort of had to start fresh and new. So if you subscribe, make sure you hit that bell so you get notifications of all the live readings and live videos that I'm going to be doing. So also too, there is a donation button if you choose to. That is only by your discretion. That's if you want to. You don't have to. But the donations are appreciated, and they actually are very great. I'm very grateful for them. They will actually go to the production of all my videos. It doesn't go anywhere else. Doesn't go in my pocket. It goes to help me produce these videos and make them better for you, because that's what I'm here for. Not for me, for you guys. I'm just the conduit. So with that, and then the other thing is that, yes, you'll always see my other channel on the very bottom, which is Get Balanced 2020, because I am a life coach, I'm a spiritual coach, and a health coach. So we put all those elements together to get a balanced life. So that's what that's about. So if you do donate, you'll go and you'll go to the home page, hit the pay bell button, and you'll see it'll say Get Balanced 2020. The purpose is Divine Warrior Intuitive. All right, so with that, that's all the news. So I know that people might be watching and want to get to the collective part. This is a collective energy for the weekend. So something just had me want to come on and do it. So I thought I would take the time. So if you're out there watching, would love to see you pop in the chat. Say hello from wherever you are in the world. I am really surprised people from all over the world pop in. So it's a really great feelings. Also, too, if you know somebody that would be interested in this channel, just share it with them, or at least tell them, you know, word of. I see I'm getting more and more likes. I see there's a lot of people watching, not too many subscribers. So if you can subscribe, that would be great. So let's get going on this collective. So I already have one card out for the weekend. I'm seeing if the Divine was going to pull the other card, or if that was just me just getting started. So for those of you brand new, if you're not quite sure how I do my readings, you can go to the About. I'm not going to go into that, but I will just tell you that I pull the oracles for the vibration and energy for what I am reading for. So, and the spreads and everything you can read on the About. It's about a 4-minute video. It tells you a little bit how I work. So, asking the Divine how everything is working and going for this weekend. I hope everybody had a good week. I don't know where you are in the world, but whew, Oregon has been a scorcher. For us, it's a scorcher. 100 degrees or 103, 104. That's a scorcher for us. So I'm not used to that at all. All right, so it looks like we have the Moonlight. And for those of you that don't know this Oracle deck, it is the Enchanted Map. I love it. I would love to find more of these kinds. I love the old, like, piratey look. I love the vintage look. Oh, I was going to bring my other deck in here, but I didn't. But that's okay. So this is the Moonlight, number 51. And usually I don't read, but if I haven't seen one, because I know the cards fairly well, if I haven't seen one for a while, then I will read it so that you guys can get a clear reading on that. So, Moonlight beckons, come and trust your intuition to lead you to places that may not seem logical. So, if you're a logical person, this is going to be a little harder for ya. So, your hunches will be right on target. Resist the second guessing yourself, for your alternative perception is especially sharp right now. Maybe that's because we've been having a comet, we've been having meteor showers, a lot of astrological stuff going on. So you can see beyond the surface of things and truly read between the lines. I love reading between the lines. I don't know about you. This is a good time to use oracle cards other than systems of divination to gain information. So oracle cards are really a good way to get a start on something, but you also really want to think of your intuition here. So your intuition is key to, and that's what it says, don't second guess it. So you second guess it, then you actually start thinking from the head and not spirit. So we want to make sure we stay in spirit thinking rather than head thinking, because that will get us so much further faster to what we're supposed to be doing, who we're supposed to be coming in contact with, who we're supposed to be meeting, what jobs we're supposed to be in, what friendships we're supposed to be in, what relationships, all that kind of stuff. So if we keep trying to manipulate things, and I think did I just repost that? About is it love, manipulation, or catfishing? I don't know if you've seen that. It's on the spiritual growth. So if you're like, what is she talking about? If you're on my playlist, if you go to the spiritual growth part, you can actually learn a lot of things about how to become more intuitive, also how to listen to spirit more, that kind of thing. And there was one about love relationships, because a lot of the times we're more manipulated into a relationship than we actually are allowing divine to bring us into a relationship, if that makes sense. All right. So the moonlight. So listening to your intuition. I'm trying to figure out what that little thing is. I'm not sure why they used like a little fairy figure. Maybe somebody out there could tell me. Okay. So this was really good. Pisces had this in there yesterday. And this is the 10 of Cups. 10 of Cups is completion. It's actually a joyful card, a celebration kind of card, happy card. Also, too, family. I don't know if family's coming together, family's rejoicing about something, or maybe it's a married couple that's rejoicing about something. Yeah, so this starts out really good. This week, a lot of really good positive on all of them, a lot of positive readings. The one thing I'm going to share with you, though, through this whole week of sessions that I did, I'm going to tell you, I don't know what sign you're in, but listening had come up with almost every single one except 2 in the oracles. So if you're one of those that got the listening, you're in with majority. So I think the divine is trying to really tell us something with all this upheaval of political stuff. Black Lives Matter, my life matters, whatever it is, it's really important. And it's also important to divine that we need to be listening. We really, really need to be listening, not only to ourselves, but also to other people and their perspectives. And the divine is saying, you need to listen because that's love. That's validating somebody else being important. That's validating somebody that they are special. To every divine, it doesn't matter who it is. If it's living here, he is in love with that. He created it. It's like our parents. Why wouldn't they love us? Although humans can be pretty dysfunctional. So we start out really, really good, but the key here is asking for intuition. Do not double guess your intuition. So maybe I feel like something good is coming, but then somebody's thinking, that sounds a little too good to be true. Is that too good to be true? You're double questioning your intuition. If it's going to be a blessing, it's going to be a blessing. If you call it a harvest, if you call it a reward, if you call it just good karma, whatever you want to call it, if your intuition says go for it, it's good, then go for it. All right. Okay, so let's get going here. Divine, okay, show me what else you want. Energies for this weekend from the 31st. Actually, today is the 31st, so the 1st and the 2nd, especially because we're almost over with the 31st. Can you share with me what is going on this weekend? Oh, coming together. So that's unity. So, that's sort of cool because, unity. So something's coming together. Maybe some people are coming together finally, Be really careful with the COVID thing. People are not taking it seriously, and we're hearing families dying. The whole family dying, leaving the kids by themselves. It's scary. This is something to take precaution to. But this is great. Unity together. We got the 2 of Cups, the 10 of Cups. We got 1 and 2, so we've got 3. I'm doing numerology a little bit here. So this is really good karma, really good. Oops. Oh, dear. Of course, he's got to show up, little devil. Well, there's always a party pooper, isn't there? Party pooper. So I wouldn't, even though this weekend, there's always going to be a wrench, in something. So don't focus on that. Let's see what else the divine has to show us. There is always somebody going to show up, or somebody's going to be a naysayer. Somebody's going to, somebody's going to feel left out. Somebody's going to like, well, you didn't invite me, or you didn't ask me, or you didn't think about me. I think there's like some picnics and maybe, I don't know, party. I want to say maybe some marriage, maybe celebrations kind of thing. And, you got to just understand that a lot of people can't even be invited to some of these wonderful, wonderful celebrations because they're only allowed so many people. Which is stupid because it's like the protests have thousands. It's like, why can't we have wonderful celebrations if we stay our distance, if we're outside, kind of thing. All right. So there is a message coming. So I have a feeling it's a message from this little party pooper guy. I have a feeling that's the message. But I don't want you to focus in on that. Don't focus in on the negative, the low vibrations. Do not focus in on those, please. Focus in on the positive, the happy side, the positive side. And your intuition will tell you who this is or what it is that wants to put a damper. Your intuition will tell you who wants to put a damper on this little thing. Yeah. This also could mean that this last week somebody's coming out of some difficulty, and now it's time to actually celebrate because this sort of is in there. So, but then I'm hearing that somebody's coming out of some difficulty. So, and it's been a real struggle. And the messenger, the Page of Pentacles, not sure. Let me see if I can get something more from him. I have a hair. So let's see. This devil just wants to stare at me like he is really, the low vibration is really wanting to come out and take over this weekend. Gosh, where is that hair? You guys see it? It's always on my face because they're so big. But I'm getting the energy that they're really trying hard. The low vibrations are really trying hard to come through this weekend. So if you're going to start to fight or start to argue or something, yeah. See, look at this. The low vibration is trying to come through, but you've got some love. You've got some peace. There's an offering there. This is a very joyful offering. This is also, could be fertility, could be baby. If you're planning a baby, could be that. And maybe that's where all this comes in. Or maybe you're planning to adopt, or maybe you're planning to start a family. Maybe this is just the seed, because a lot of the times this is a seed. It's just the start of an offering. So that could be part of that too, because these are definitely family and unity. kind of thing. Now, if the Lover's card shows up, then I would be definitely saying this is a connection weekend. Connection weekend. So I look at this card, the Five of Pentacles, and if you look at her, so the whoever's coming through is saying, look at her face, look at her face. And they said, look at her face. Woe is me. So whatever is happening, it might be even a woe is me, victim mentality kind of person. So there it is. So if that is that type of person, just block it out and keep those high energies, those high vibrations, because there's no time for a pity party. If they want to fix their lives, they need to get down and do it. Yeah. So, ooh, 10 of Wands, ending of a burden, and ending of carrying the burden. So somebody who's maybe carrying the burden by themselves, then that's that is pity party kind of thing. A lot of the times when we have a pity party, or we actually are doing the woe is me, it's because we've created it ourselves. And so if we've created it ourselves, then we have to fix it ourselves, because we aren't realizing what we're actually doing. So it's based from some brokenness in our past, most of the time from our childhood. So carrying that burden, you feel like you're all alone carrying the burden, but you don't have to be. And you're actually not, if you believe in the divine. So this weekend, somebody, I mean, we could go two ways here. We could go that it's a great weekend. Somebody's trying to ruin it with a pity party kind of attitude, or it's like somebody wants to start a little argument, and you're actually not going to pay attention and keep that wonderful, wonderful thing going. Or it could also be that, you know, this great thing that's happening, and somebody just is in a pity party mood, and we're reversing it. Maybe it's a pity party and somebody comes along and helps them. I don't think so. I think this week it's a time to recognize and follow your intuition of who that might be. So whoever, okay, so this is coming through now. So whoever this person is, it's time to maybe give them a choice. Give them a loving choice of saying, hey, I love you, but, you know, this self-destructive, toxic, pity party kind of stuff has got to go if I'm going to be your friend. Or if you need help with it, I'm here. If you need support to change, to get out of that low vibration, low energy, low negative, I'm here to support you, but it's got to change. And that in itself is actually love of a friendship, and trying to grow somebody. And that is really, really a win-win situation for both of you, because you don't lose a friend, you gain a friend that, you know, and they gain themselves back. So if that's the case, that is an offering of love and peace. But if they're like, I don't know what you're talking about, I don't have a pity party. What do you mean I have a pity party? Then you need to walk away. You need to listen to your intuition. Does that make sense? All right. Let's see if there's anything else, Divine, with this deck before I clarify. Is there anything else? Okay. So I don't know if this is going to make sense to somebody. So what I heard is, no one carries their burden alone. I'm here. I don't know who that's for. No one carries their burden alone. I'm here. Who is that for? I don't know. But that's what I just heard. And I got goosebumps. So I know I'm on track. All right. I guess that was the message, not through the cards, but through what I heard. All right. I love the Divine so much. Ugh. The energies are always so wonderful. So wonderful. All right. Can you share with me any more? I need to clarify. Can you clarify what maybe this coming together is in the very beginning, this celebration, these two people, you know, friends? Are they reunion? Is it somebody from their past? Is it a love relationship? I'd like a little more clarification if you can do that for me, please, on those. More clarification on the first two cards, please. Okay. They're being pretty quiet today. Oh, they don't need to know. Okay. Wow, okay. They don't need to know. And then you throw me cards. Thanks a lot. Okay. So I do read cards upside down for those of you that are new. Well, again, and I don't know which order these came out. We have a celebration, and we have a victory. We have a coming together, and it sounds like this victory is a lot of people are happy. A lot of people are supportive. A lot of people are rejoicing. And it looks like, and I'm going to put that there, that it has to do with maybe a project. It has to do with maybe something that you were working together on. So this is something that you're just celebrating. It seems like it's a celebration kind of weekend. And then now I know. So the Queen of Swords is upside down, and I think this is for this kerfuffle person that wants to be a little party pooper, because the Queen of Wands upright, or excuse me, Swords upright, is actually in search of truth, in search of finding out what the truth is about something. Very confident and very persistent in finding out about the truth. She's a very confident woman, very good at what she does, but it came in upside down. So there might be somebody, and I'm thinking it's, let's see, did that come before that or after that? I'm going to put that after that. And I think it comes here because, you know what, this little bugger is not about truth. And also, too, maybe somebody's just not being honest about maybe their feelings. So maybe they're hurt, and maybe they're not being honest about their feelings, and maybe they want, you know, to ruin it a little bit for somebody. That's what I'm saying. So somebody's going to upset the apple cart this weekend. Don't let them. Just say, you know what? Knew this was coming. Stay calm. Do the King of Swords. Calm on the waters while they're doing like this, you know. Okay? There's that. Where's my deck? It is hot in here. I don't have air conditioning in here. I just have a little fan. So if you hear some humming, it's a fan. All right. So if anybody is watching and they do want to ask a question, this would be a good time to come in if you do want to ask a question. Is there anything else you would like to share? Intuition. Listen to your intuition this weekend. Who that little party pooper is. And just either back off of them or just, you know, don't engage with them. Because that's what they want you to feed it. Enable. I hate that word, but it's a lot of it is. All right. Is there anything? Okay. Yeah, another Ace of Swords. So offering of the truth. They really need the truth. So we get one upside down, somebody's not. So watch your intuition about who's telling the truth and who isn't this weekend. It's all about the truth. And then let the chips fall where they may, is what I heard. And let the divine do his work, whatever, with that person. All right. Whew. Not too bad of a weekend. I think you guys are going to have a really great weekend. The collective energy is really good. It looks like a lot of fun. It looks like maybe even somebody is going to learn something this weekend. Maybe somebody's going to share some information, looks like, or maybe a project that maybe that somebody else is interested in. Again, it looks like a lot of party, a lot of celebration time. Actually, I'm going to do this and this and this. Okay, so I'm going to show you this here. So I'm going to recap. I know it's upside down. It's sort of weird, but I think you'll get the gist of it because we went through each card. So your intuition, you got to listen to your intuition. Don't double guess it. Don't question it. We've got celebration, and it could be 2 people, but it could be a lot more too. At least 2 people, maybe somebody who's actually coming together to get married, or actually coming together. Maybe there's a surprise there. Maybe this is a family reunion this weekend, something like that. Well, if you got a big family, we know that there's one of these people in there. So somebody is going to try to upset the apple cart, whatever it is. Even if you're going out just for a nice dinner, or a bunch of people go out for a nice dinner or picnic or something like that, because they're trying to send a message of something, you know, like, hey, but it sounds like a me kind of attitude. Look at, I've done everything. I've carried everything. I took care of everything, you know, this kind of thing. He's a bad boy. So, but this also can have good meanings too, but today it doesn't. He's just being a party pooper. So, and then this offering here, you know, it's actually on the offering before clarification. So we've got all these good cards here. And then we've got celebration again with the 6 of Wands. 6 of Wands is all about, this is sort of like a notoriety, like, look at me, I did it. It's a little bit of an ego there, so be careful. If somebody's got a little bit of an ego, you know, just play along with it this weekend maybe. But again, like I said, somebody's going to share some information or teach some information, or maybe ask how to get some information or resources or something like that. Especially like, you know, with the COVID going on and everything too, this is actually sort of a work card, you know, education, teaching. It could be a teacher, it could be a boss, could be a supervisor, you know, teaching the workers and stuff like that. Could be architecture, could be all kinds of stuff. It could be, but the other thing is that with the COVID-19, this could also be somebody who has been there, done that. You know, for me, like when I went from being homeless to a business owner in a year. So I had to really buckle down and find resources really fast for myself and for my daughter, because I wasn't going to let my daughter know I was homeless. I lived in the car while she stayed with her dad, but I needed to find resources that actually, you know, how do I help her get to school, or how do I get childcare? How do I get food? How do I get my electricity? How do I get some money? You know, and I was still working, so get my money saved up for a deposit to move into a place. You know, this is a thing where maybe somebody's teaching somebody also this weekend how to get those resources and where to find those. And just so you know, a lot of your county agencies help with all your utilities. They help with food. They help with, you just have to call your county. And same with state. State, not so much. It's usually county and cities and churches and things like that. So anyway, so these 3 cards go together, and somebody's, woe is me, I'm carrying all the burden, I'm doing it all. No, you're not. And if you are, stop enabling or stop doing it and whining about it. All right, so then we have the Queen of Swords upside down, looking for the truth. Well, somebody isn't maybe being truthful and honest here. And so this would go here, and then also to the person that's seeking truth. Okay, so these actually all 3 go together. So that would be the recap for the weekend. So I would say this little thing here is trying to make the celebration or whatever is happy going on this weekend not happy. So that would be the collective energies for today through Sunday. So I hope you enjoyed this. There's no questions, so nobody must be watching, and that's okay too because it's hot. And I'm going to be doing Pisces next, only because I think it's only fair. They sort of got my energies went all over the place, and it wasn't fair to them. So if you see Pisces out there again twice, it's like, hey, what happened? It's because of that. All right. Well, I hope you guys have a good weekend. And again, check your signs from the 3rd through the 9th, I believe it is. I've already done those. And be sure to subscribe. I would love to have more subscribers and see who's actually watching and having fun, and that I'm not that wacky of a boomer. All right. Thank you, you guys. You guys have a good weekend. Take care.